Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the zxspectrum 48K again, and this time we're going to be looking at a game called Last Duel, which was published by US Gold in 1989. It's an 8-bit game, of course, which also came out on the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64. It might have come out on a few other things, but they're the two 8-bit systems I know it come out on. It's a vehicle combat game, which we're going to play on the joystick, where you must shoot everything to get off the next level. We'll see how it plays, hopefully it'll be okay. For 1 or 2 players, but I'm the only player here. Player 1, that's me. Here we go, and it looks a bit monochrome. I'm that ship down the bottom. Why is it flashing? Anyway, let's shoot those. What happened there? I seem to die straight away. Okay, and I died again. I don't know why. Did I? Unbelievable. Right, there are power-ups to pick up by shooting various things. It's a bit of a monochrome affair. Oh man, this is too tricky. Right, although it is monochrome, they've tried to shade it to make it easier for you to see the ship and what's firing at you, but I'm having a terrible time. Now, you can lose lives by being shot, of course, or crashing into the scenery. Avoid everything, and at the moment, I'm not liking this. Is that game over already? That's terrible. Okay, first impressions, the game's awful, but let's have a few goes at it. I'm not the best game player in the world, which we know, so maybe it'll grow on me. If I get nowhere, we'll put a cheat in for infinite lives or something, right? Okay, here we go. Sound is quite weedy. Remember, this is 1989, so it's quite late in the Spectrum's run. It's not playing great, I'm afraid. The playability is awful. Let's see. Man, and it's not obvious when you get hit by stuff. I'm hating this game at the moment. Maybe it'll get easier with a few power-ups here. There's a power-up, it's a P, which I've missed. And I've blown up again. This game is game's pants, really. If we're rating it by items of clothing, right? I can jump, right? I can jump and I can die. I think I must have got caught by something again. This might be my last life. As a kid, this would have frustrated the hell out of me. And I think after about one go, it's game over again. After about one go, I don't think I ever would have played it again, or one sitting, I should say. Right, we'll do one last go. See if I can get off level 1, and then if not, we'll put a poke in for infinite lives, just so we can see more of the game. But yeah, very monochrome there, very yellow. And when you've got a shooting game which is all the same colour, it makes it much more difficult than it should be. The controls aren't very responsive, they aren't great. There's no sense really that you're controlling a ship with any kind of precision. When you've got a tight circuit to go through by crashing into the wall kills you, that's blooming annoying. Yeah, this game's pretty bad actually. It's pretty bad indeed. Early on today we reviewed Feud, and that's well, heaps better than this one. This is a kind of failed shooter. There are better ones available. So we'll see what they've tried to do. They've tried to do some kind of I don't know, space vertical shooting game where you're in a sort of futuristic car rather than a spaceship, but it hasn't really worked. Right, we're at the end. Good. Let's blow up that. Right, okay, that's good. By jumping, we seem to have got far. Right, let's blow up this other dragon. Are we going to get off level 1? Well, I think this might be my last life here. Come on. Right, die, you die. Oh, he's got me, has he? That's game over. So we're gradually getting further and further, but we haven't got time for this. Extremely slow progress by me. So let's put a poke in for infinite lives. So yeah, it's not a game I would have gone back to at all. And now it's just it's just interesting to see what the other levels look like. Now I presume, I might be wrong, hopefully I am. I presume each level is going to be roughly the same, except it's going to be a different colour, which is often favoured by the ZX Spectrum programmers, right? I would have preferred 2 colours, but would have been a bit much, I suppose, for the computer to do. There is quite a lot of colours in the status bar on the left, going down the right vertically. Not translated into the game. So it's one of those ones, if the Spectrum next ever comes out and they redo this, but I don't think they will redo this game, with all different colours and slightly better controls, the game might suddenly come to life, because it's got the basics of what a good game can be. The graphics aren't too bad. It's just that as an experience, as in terms of playing, it's awful. It doesn't scroll brilliantly, but yeah, right. Now, how long is it going to take me to blow up these dragon things? I'm hoping each time I die it's not resetting them, and we only have to hit them a certain amount of times. Otherwise, we might not even get off level 1. Yeah, I'm doomed again. I'm pressing other buttons to see if there's a smart bomb or something I can release, which will be a bit handy, but that doesn't seem to be happening. If you had this game back in the day and got any distance on it, let me know. Or did it frustrate the hell out of you and you only played it a couple of times? Pretty much what I'm going to do here. So many other better games available. It's a shame, really, because you know, graphically it doesn't look too bad. You just die too easily on this, and I don't think a kid, unless they practice for weeks and weeks, and why would you put in any time practicing on this game, would have got any like distance on it. I don't know how many times I've died now. 1,000,002, something like that. Right. I mean, a lot of the time back in the day as a kid, you would keep playing to see what colour the next stage is going to be. Oh, there's one of them blown up. That's good. So that's what they guess. I reckon the next stage is going to be cyan. Let's play that game. That's light blue to what's the word? People that don't know the spectrum, unaccustomed. That's what I mean. I'm going cyan. You might go green. You might go magenta. Hopefully it's not red. That'd be quite painful. White would be good. Yeah, but yellow. Yeah. Right, another dragon's turned up. Oh man, this is a real hard slog, this one. Really hard slog. Now, I don't know how many of you are going to try and track this game down after watching this. Very few. If you are someone that's going to track this down, let me know. Someone might put in the comment section this is one of their favourite games as a kid. Well, you know, you can't beat nostalgia. If you didn't have that many games, and this was one of them, then you can have lots of memories attached to it. I've got no memories attached to this game whatsoever, because it's the first time I played it. Hasn't aged brilliantly, but I don't think it was probably that good at the time. So yeah, I've got no affinity to this whatsoever. But it is ZX Spectrum, it is a part of history. Oh, we've done it! Hooray! Right, cyan, green, magenta. I'm going cyan, I'm sticking to my guns. What could possibly go wrong, right? Next fight. It's going to be... Stop the tape. Come on. Don't say it's broken. Cyan. Cyan. Come on. Oh, the ship's slightly different now. That's interesting. Oh, it's gone white. Okay. Well, this is slightly easier to see because the background's got more black on it. So we've gone white. So, anyone that said white, well done. Right. Now, this stage plays better than the ground stage. So we're in an actual ship rather than driving along. Now this plays better. Actually, this is a lot. Stage 2 is a lot better than stage 1. Right, let's get through here. Maybe the game can be redeemed, but power up, and the power ups are easy to get. But you know, it's being redeemed at this stage slightly. But a lot of kids wouldn't never have seen this stage. Now this is easier than stage 1. Another power up. What's that going to do? I'll never find out because I've been blown up. Oh right, okay. So there's steam vents firing across. We must avoid them. So it's all about timing, this one. So there's a bit of a timing going round. Yeah, stage 1 awful. Stage 2 slightly better. Yeah, as I say, if it got redone with different colours, this would look quite amazing. Sound is pretty weedy, but this is 48K. But I say that, I'm trying to let it off a little bit, but it's 1989. If it's 1985, I could probably be a bit kinder. 1989, US gold, could have done better, I think. But yeah, it's got the basics there of what a good game could be. It just seems to missing slight bits. Don't know if this come out on the Commodore Amiga. The Amiga might have done slightly better, as indeed the Atari ST. Blip, blip, blip. Right, he's got the timing. He's got the timing. As he gets blown up on the backwater. Right, now it's at this point, I'd imagine we're about halfway through stage 2. What colour's the next stage going to be? Well, I said cyan last time, so let's go for that. It might be yellow again. We'll never know. Well, we will know because I'm going to do this because I've got infinite lives. It's quite boring, isn't it, this? But you know, if you only got a few lives left, I suppose it might keep your concentration for a little bit. I haven't got any instructions about this game, so I don't know who's piloting this ship and why, but I presume it's either aliens are attacking the Earth or his girlfriend, that's a popular one, has been kidnapped. P, good. Double shooter. See if we can get up with these power-ups. I wouldn't mind a poke. This has been greedy now. I wouldn't mind a poke for infinite, immunity, because then I really could have boosted these power-ups. Now I seem to die every 400 meters. Let's take that thing out. Okay. Boom. Not sure how many stages this thing's got, but this won't be a complete walkthrough. We're not going to get to the end. We just want to see how it plays, what the graphics like, what the sound are like, and would you have played it again as a kid. And I think we've pretty much seen it all. As I say, you get the triple fire. It's just all about what colours the next stage is going to be. But the graphics on... Oh, we're dead. The graphics on stage 2 are completely different to the graphics on stage 1. So hats off to that. They didn't need to do that, but they have done it. So that is one positive. I'm interested to see if stage 3 reverts back to the graphics of stage 1 with different colour, or it gives us yet another skin or another set. If it's a different ship, well, I'll have to give it some extra kudos for that. Because the kid wants to know if they're getting anywhere. I mean, this because it's scrolling slower as well, it's giving the system a better chance to render it properly, and indeed it is doing it. That first stage was a complete mess. Maybe they should have had this stage first, because this is although I'm dying a lot, it's notably easier than the first one. So they should have had this stage first, perhaps, then gone to the driving bit next. Maybe you did a ship to the planet, and then you landed, and then the car come out. Yeah. What do you think about that? Let me know. Was there a sequel to this? I don't think there was. Whenever I hear the word Duel in a game, I just think of Test Drive the Duel on the Commodore Amiga. It also come out on the Spectrum, that one, so have a look at that. It's one of my favourite driving games on the Amiga, at least. Right. This must be the end now, surely. It's the end of the level as we know it. I feel fine. Yes, REM for you. Rapid eye movement, that means. Right, we're in an asteroid storm, are we? No. We're in a funeral, it looks. Right, let's take out this thing. Fly through. What's going on now? Right, we're moving again. I like to move it, move it. Move it! Zip through here. Come on. This level's going on a bit too long. Right, that must be an end of level thing, is it? What's that? Don't know if that's an... Oh, right, it's a big bug thing in space. And that's what we don't want. Big bug... Oh, we can just fly past it, can we? Well, that's sorted that out. I thought that was an end of level boss then, but the level goes on and on and on, and on and on, and on and on and on and on. God, this level's well long. Stand by for action. Shields up. We got no shields. Where are we? Is this going to go on forever? All right, there we go. This must be the end of level boss. So that is very good graphics. That look at the animation on that thing flying backward and forward. That's brilliant. Suddenly the game's produced something outstanding, like a rubbish football team that suddenly puts on an awesome football player like Pele, Maradona, Ronaldo, someone else. Good. Right, this is the best bit of the game by far. This. Let's try and avoid that. It wouldn't have looked out of place in the game Phoenix, I think. Oh man, imagine if this had better sounds and that was multicoloured. That thing that would look absolutely outstanding. Right, it's gone. Right, let's go. Right, now time to predict your colours of stage 3. Cyan, 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 or green. Cyan, cyan, or green. Cyan, cyan, or green. Stop the tape. What colour will it be? Oh, the suspense is outstanding. Player 1, that's me. Oh, we're back in the car again, so it is alternating between one of the two. Oh, it was green. Did I say all green? I think I did. All green. Yeah, I did. Right, away we go. I hate these stages, right? So we're in some sort of strange marshland or park. The enemy seems slightly different, but again, this is the hardest one to see. The car's going too quick. Impossible. Playing by random. We jumped over a ditch, did we? Oh, these car stages are blooming awful. So the space ones are acceptable. These car ones are just ridiculous. Oh man. Yeah. Get me out of here. This is not fun at all. Right, we'll just get to the end of this stage, I think. Because we've gone on... Is that the end of level already? At least they're shorter, these ones. We'll just get to the end of this. We'll see the colour of the next stage, and I think we'll just jettison out of here immediately, perhaps. Yeah. Right, we've got a dinosaur thing shooting at us for some reason when its head's blown up. Why we could just fly around that, I don't know. So the car stage is a lot shorter than the space stages. Nice fight. Thank you very much. I think the percentage of people that bought this game, or had this game, let's say, that got this far, would be probably less than 1%. Too difficult. Back in the ship. Oh, it's magenta, right? And that, why not sign? I mean, that's too difficult for my eyes now. That's ridiculous. I think we'll leave that one there. I did not like that game. I had elements to it, like the end of level boss there was pretty good. The graphics are good, but it's very hard to see anything because it's all the same colour. And the playability, well, is terrible. I never would have come back to this. So, hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Last Duel on the ZX Spectrum, published by US Gold in 1989. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.